Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel Curiosity Box, and in this video I am reviewing Men in Black International. So is my cinema ticket to prove that I went? Of course I watched it in 3D because I always pick 3D, although I am disappointed at the seemingly drop in promotion of 3D nowadays, because there's like one showing of 3D to choose from, so there wasn't, so it was that showing or nothing. So I went on Monday, June the 17th, 2019 for the 7 p.m. showing. And I have to say, I adore Chris Hemsworth and I adore Tessa Thompson. But I have to say the film itself was quite disappointing. Well, to start with, the character Molly, who I thought maybe and there will be slight spoilers, I guess, maybe if instead, because what we saw was that she was in her bedroom and she saw her mum and dad getting the won't let you remember bit, the flash, and then she finds that there's a little baby alien in her room and he's quite fluffy and cute, and she helps him escape, and then that's her motivation for wanting to join the Men in Black. Now, I thought maybe if they'd shown that her parents were actually abducted by some aliens, and then she didn't know what happened to them, or her parents changed, but as she grew up did sort of some slight alien type things. I thought that could have been a more interesting story for her reasons for wanting to join the Men in Black. So I thought that, and then we meet Chris Hemsworth's character, and because he had his memory wiped too often, apparently he's turned into an arrogant jerk. But because we didn't see what he was like before that, we didn't know why. We didn't really see that his character was any different because we didn't have any context for it. So it didn't really mean anything. So in the trailer also there's a pug and it talks, and it was in the actual movie for 2 seconds and didn't do anything. I wish they'd had the pug all the way through the movie as their companion, as well as the little alien pony. Because it was kind of boring, because the main bad guy aliens were just 2 humanoid figures. They were aliens, but they inhabited these 2 humanoid guys. So that was really dull. So and then we see that Chris Hemsworth's character, H, is a bit of a Lothario. So, by the way, sorry if my movie reviews are quite incoherent. I guess I'm a bit like Louise from Ant-Man films. So anyway, Chris Hemsworth's character H, there's a really weird bit where there's the alien and he's trying to make things better and stop the alien being mean to people. And when the alien's a woman and says it's wait, I'll do anything you want, and then anything, and then they end up shagging, going to bed together. We don't see it, we just see him waking up in the morning. But it's really weird because he's got a tentacle, hair tentacle draped across his chest, and that's like, oh no, that's like really gross tentacle porn. Like hentai. It's like, ugh. I thought that was gross, but I did think he could chat to the doctor to compare notes about Saigons and snugging tentacle creatures. So, and then, so there's also, well, I thought they could have had more interesting aliens. He does, in the film, Chris Hemsworth's character, he has this like buddy who's an alien, and he's not that interesting of a design. He's just got like a funny pudgy face and like alien-y face. It's not actually that interesting in the design. And I thought, oh, it would have been good if there had been some romanticness between Chris Hemsworth's character and this alien guy. But there wasn't, and then this alien guy just died anyway, and he wasn't even bothered. We weren't that bothered. So, and then there's this big things like where Chris Hemsworth's character, oh, he had a relationship with one of the aliens, and they were like, and he said, what, when you have the heart, and it's like, we connected, and then, and I guess I was naive because I believed that, oh, he had a romance with an alien, and it was like a species that crossed the barriers of the species, and how he can love a different species, different alien, and then we get to see this alien that he had a relationship with, and guess what? It's a woman. It's a humanoid woman, and all it is, she's got an extra arm. What a freaky disappointment, because it's getting, oh, what's this alien like that his character had a relationship with? It's going to be interesting. And then it's just a woman. It's just a fairly pretty woman, and all that the alien thing about it is she's got an extra arm. So that's why, and you realise, oh, the character just really is that shallow. He just had a romance with her because she's got an extra arm, which means obviously she can do extra things when they're shagging. So that's so disappointing. And then her sort of goon, her bodyguard, is the grown-up version of the creature that Molly helped escape from her bedroom. But but she's like, you, and then that's it. They just recognise each other for 2 seconds, and then that's it. And then I didn't really understand what the plot was, to be honest. There didn't seem to be one. There was at one point this Chris Hemsworth's character is asleep at his desk, and it's like, with a film this boring, you don't want your main character to be asleep and snoring, and Emma Thompson, she was underutilized, and it's just, I didn't know, wasn't really clear what the plot was. And I thought the aliens, there weren't enough of the aliens, and weren't enough of the aliens affecting Molly's life. I thought if we just go straight to, I want Molly saying, I want to be in the Men in Black, and then she's having a partner in Chris Hemsworth's character, and it's just boring. And then my dad was kind of shipping them, because at the end Molly gets a job at the New York branch, and Chris Hemsworth's character stays at the London branch, and then they look at each other and they go, and my dad was like, oh, I thought they'd kiss, I thought they'd get together. So I thought it was cute. Oh, my dad was shipping them. I thought that was cute. So I guess the tube train thing that converted into the spaceship train thing to get them to head office, that was kind of interesting. But it doesn't have the spark of the first movie. And when it got to the credits, because a lot of films these days, there's always a skit or a special alternative artwork on the credits, or a cool song. There was nothing, absolutely nothing. It was just font, white font on black. That's it. There's no credit, anything. And then when it said executive producer Steven Spielberg, I was like, really? That I was like, Spielberg was involved in that? Obviously, I loved seeing Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson in their tuxedos. They looked awesome. But it was a disappointing film. It didn't have the coolness of Will Smith, and especially that they had the catchy song in the first MIB movie. But there was no catchy song. There was no cool credit sequence. The aliens were just a bit mundane. I wanted to like it because I love Chris and Tessa and I want to support their careers. But I would say if you're on a tight budget and you can't really afford many films at the cinema, then I'd say save your money up for Toy Story or Spider-Man or go see Aladdin. Because so far this year, I think obviously the Marvel movies defo go sees, but I think of the movies that are not Marvel, I think Aladdin has been the most worth the money seen at the theatre, at the cinema in 3D. I think that's the best choice of film so far this year. So I'll probably watch Men in Black International when it comes to that being on the tally and I can put subtitles on. And I guess also I was quite in a low mood on Monday. I wasn't feeling too good in my head. So I guess that kind of puts a downer on some things when one time when I saw the Lego movie at the cinema, I was feeling really low and quite sad, so I didn't enjoy the Lego movie as much. But when I saw the Lego movie on TV, when I was happier, I enjoyed it more. So I guess my mood can affect how I view certain films. But I do would want to see more of Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson in more films together, but can we bring in Mark Ruffalo as well? Because that just make it perfect. I want to see a lot of the Marvel actors in new films, and I think because there's all the casting of Prince Eric at the moment for the Little Mermaid film, there's a lot of gossip about that. And I suggested Aidan Turner, he would be awesome. But I also think, wouldn't it be cute for Chris Evans to be a Disney prince now? And then he could do his musical, it'd be like his musical and singing. So I thought that would be cute. So, yeah. So that was my review for Men in Black International. It needed to be more gay, more catchy tunes, more interesting aliens, and some sort of credit sequence. I guess, and more emotions for the characters, because there wasn't really anything to connect to the agents. They were quite 2D characters, so I thought I could have had more character development. But I'm glad I went to see it to support Chris and Tessa. So I hope you have enjoyed this video and thank you for watching. Yay!